The euro's looking very bearish, people. So here's the weekly euro, and here's the 1 minute. Uh, it still black. Daily, still black. 4 hour, choppy. So here's what I guess what people would say. This is very bearish. How much longer can this go on, though? So I'm on this guy here. I'm buying in. I'm buying. This is 1 minute. I have orders stacking up here. Here's my buy stop. Lasts for 1 hour. Here's what it looks like. It's a very simple order. It's going to buy if it goes 1.5 pips above ask, and it's going to have a 10 pip stop and a 10 pip take profit. So that's the one I typically go to, and just the most low risk kind of, just starting to get a foothold. As the market pulls back here, I want to ratchet in on top of it with these 1 hour orders, which are nearly market orders, but how many times have you seen the market just never come back? This is 20 pips of sell-off on the 1 minute chart. That's a 5 minute. That's 20 pips in 5 minutes. That is a lot of money. I mean, that's a lot of pips per. That's crazy. So the 1 minute chart is really the lowest risk thing if you know how to trade it, I guess. Different rules, I would say, than the monthly. Like if this is a monthly chart, I can't imagine you'd be entering in the style of okay, now I want to put a buy stop. I've got buy limits and I'm going. This is 30 minutes deep. This is 15. No, 15. So we got until I guess the Dow Jones is going to open up in. It looks like 37 minutes till the Dow Jones opens. And that's going to be a big deal. And I've seen them bid this thing to a climax typically before Eastern Standard Time, 9:30. And it just has to do with them balancing their books before they go into the next session. And for whatever your RSI tells you and all that stuff, it's pretty irrelevant because it's really about them just rolling over their inventory. So that's my, I need to take advantage of that. I got this other broker I gotta do a little maintenance on here. So this one too, I'm gonna get in on stops above. The stop lasts an hour, and then I can stack up a 2 hour stop, a 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour, I'm sorry, that's going to be 6 hour. There's no such thing as 5 hour MetaTrader, but 8 hour and a 12 hour. So I guess it's a set it or forget it trade there. You think it's going up, you want to be long, it's pulled back, it's on sale a little bit, not a big discount, not the greatest thing in the world, right? Who wouldn't wish to come back to here, right? And you could just be like, I'm getting in down there. But of course, as these markets are proven over and over, they never would do what you want them to do when you want them to do it. If you were looking for the thing to rally here, you were tortured to death in that range. So then here we go off. I'm on 1 minute chart. At this point of the day, every minute's critical because the window from the Asian close going into Europe and the United States are open now, and there's a big contention here. So, is the world coming to an end or not? And then you're just taking advantage of all of the psychosis that appears now. Really would love a revisit of this triangle. I'm just going to call this a triangle because it's just a narrowing of volatility here. And all the hard stops would be down here for, the guys that are protecting, or the guys that protecting their longs. They got stops stacking up in here. You can kind of see that's pretty evident. But for me, I want to be long on a passive entry on stops here. I'm looking for a huge rally. Well, I guess I'm looking for at least a attempt to. I did feel like yesterday we were going to come back to this a little sooner, right where we're at, and that is definitely the point of contention right here. This is we're right at the big pivot deal, and it's funny how the market's right just before another session opens. They seem to drive it right to a pivot, so it's kind of trading's really for dumb people. Seriously. If you're dumb, you're making dough. Here, like here, this is the breakout. We broke out this 15-minute, and then we break out and rip back below. But come back into this beautiful, shoulder to shoulder. You know, if you're looking at that. So yeah, shoulder to shoulder, heartache to heartache. So I think we're going up. And I hate to, like I say, I hate to chase, but you got no choice here. So I'm just going to stack up a bunch of buys. Same here. I'm going to put the big kahuna buys in. And I'm also going to put in case we slam back, if there's enough money in the account. That's always the one you got to check. Actually, this margin level is, I think, the most critical number. Regardless of how much money in the account, I'm actually running this account pretty hard, but I think got tight stops, and it has to plunge. In a half an hour, it's got to plunge. Of course, it could plunge in 3 minutes, 30 pips, but structurally, on this thing for me, at this point, this would be the scalp to at least just retest the highs of this stuff. It's gonna. So right now, I gotta delete all this stuff. But I need those dots there to tell me if I'm getting filled or not. But here's a buy stop. Now that's a chase trade for sure, because you really should have been buying. You had 5 minutes here to accumulate, and then they stopped all the guys with too tight of stops there, and they're ripping it 10 pips the other way. So I'm hoping they rip it down one more time before the Dow opens. You got 3 minutes here before the top of the hour. So here comes the top of the hour. Here comes all the algorithms. Here comes all the things that are like, oh, gotta get out. Like, game over. No more downsies on the euro. Yeah, I mean, seriously, just mind-boggling. You know, but this has got to be like the most pent-up retrace. It's like, I mean, really, that's 100 pip handles on that. Unbelievable. So it's just a classic situation. I'm looking to just get to my target here, and then I guess you just have to walk away from some of these trades unless you're planning on got a sell idea on your mind up there. I haven't put any sells up there. I had some earlier, not many, because I'm just afraid every time I see this that this thing's just going to blast up 300 pips here just today. You know, at some point it's just going to be a rip your face off rally. I mean, you're going to be standing there thinking, wow, yeah, I guess so. I mean, how long? I mean, really? Wow. Okay. No, I guess I could pause here, come back. The Dow opens in 31 minutes. So here's the top of the hour. Here's a classic top of the hour situation. Right here, where it just almost want to get out of here or something. Just so tempted because I just seen that. Now we just about to take out this high here, and then this stops here. So if we can bust through that top in 1 minute, I guess I'd be tempted to just scalp that. Of course, I'm kind of auto scalping now because I scaled into this thing. So my margin's definitely getting, I'm getting out of something here. I do have a sell in there, I guess, and that was the sell I never took profits on, but it's all right. You're gonna lose sometimes. So now I want to think about, are they gonna rip it back again, right? Get out of this whole situation, go flat. Are they gonna rip it back again? That was the top of the hour. Kind of like to get out of the top of the hour because that's when the robots are coming in, man. It's just brutal, you know. I mean, look at that retest there. Yeah, 20 pips, 20 pip trade. Now I'm just so eager to get long this thing, but I gotta sit tight, wait for them to fill me on my limits because that's my whole gig is not to overdo anything, you know. Tendency. It's too much fun. It's too much fun trading. Now this guy I've let just bake because he's got a terrible spread. So this guy's just in it to win it for these at least 5 minutes. You know, till the Dow Jones opens and it comes up into here and clips the. Look at that. There's only one white half hour in that whole thing. So for us to go up 50 pips from here and slice through that today, no problem. And then just rip back, of course, right? So I'm not too committed to this one. Like I said, there'll be another entry, and I'm just going to load these guys in to buy the pullback, and just want to get in on that market maker swing. I don't want to overpay for the thing. Let's see, this is a fixed pip broker. So these guys really get crazy with their they'll have spikes on their tick chart, because since they have a fixed spread, they got to make up for it in like a really spiky looking tick chart. Oops. And he's slow at filling too. Slow fill broker. Yeah, so this guy's flat. I might miss out on the whole ride, but I made my 20 pip target there. I think we could slam back. Now I am tempted to put a few sell stops in there, but at this point you got to be careful. At this point you got to be careful because may not be maybe better just to sit tight and trade this from the long side, because this party on the daily is going to be over soon. Time for the bears to I guess go and hibernate or something while the bulls just rip their face off. Yeah, this is a tempting short, but I actually like it better as a long, so I'm going to get in super tight there. Pretty aggressive. You know, like, come on, bring it back to me, fill me. So if I get one fill here on the platform, I'll feel like, you know, I didn't overpay. Now I maybe put a buy stop in. You know, but I just can't overcommit to this stuff. It's just so tentative. Now that's literally up and down 20 pips in maybe, I don't know, what's that, about an hour? And a 1 minute chart. Yeah, it's too much fun on a 1 minute chart. I mean, certainly you could run a tight stop. You can see the rhythm of the market. Okay, so I got filled there. All right, so I'm in. I'm up $1, so there you go. And I got to stop there if it starts. Now, if it starts to plunge hard, I'll be stacking up these guys, but I actually think we're just going to go up, so I'm going to do a classic breakout trade there and just let that go. Sadly, like I said, I hate to chase, but what are you going to do here? Come on. This party's over, man. The party's over for the Bears. I want you to rip it back. But see, I actually put a stop far away from the top there, so I scaled the stops in, because this is the 12-hour stop. There's the 864, and I've seen this pull back. So I can't, but I'm not going to sell. I just refuse to sell. I hate selling. It's so depressing watching stuff go down and make money. Okay, so now they can pull it back and fill this other one that's 15 minutes. Now this stuff, the Dow Jones is going to open here in 25 minutes. And so let me just come back. Let's see where we're at right on the when the Dow opens. So 25-minute pause. Okay, got 5 minutes before the Dow Jones opens, and I sold a little bit of these red guys. I sold a little bit at the top there. Been doing some trading, I guess. So I'm going to clear that off. So now I'm positioning myself long. If we can come back into these buy limits, then I put buy stops on top. So I'm waiting every time this comes down, I'm throwing in a buy stop above, because I'm kind of just going to try to lock in a possible explosion as we pull back. It was about 20 pip pullback here, so I had to sell up there because it was way out of control. We finally got the daily to turn white on this channel, so I'm just gonna come back just as the Dow opens. This Dow's gonna open in 4 minutes. And Dow Jones is opening right now. So look how they pulled it back all the way back to the starting gate from that black piece. Dow's opening right now, so I'm expecting a follow through. And we've got our first white day for the moment. You know, it won't last too long, I guess. But yeah, that's my trade. This is almost a 30 pip pullback on the 1 minute. And I was loading up on stops there. And these stops are kind of late entries, but if there's enough momentum to crush through that, then it'll be a good trade.